Hello, welcome to another F-Car Guide video. Today's going to be a sort of a follow-up to the video about lowering the car. I did mention that it needs wheel spacers. It needed wheel spacers before lowering it. Lowering it's now just exacerbated that look of the wheels being quite inset. So yeah, it's only actually been a couple of days since I lowered the car. And buying the new wheel spacers, and they arrived the next day. So yeah, it's all been nice and quick. So what I've got here, I'm going to go 15 mil all round. I'm doing this with the view that it may be too big or it may be too small, and if that's the case, I'll have to buy more wheel spacers. Unfortunately, I just couldn't find enough information online or enough decent pictures to see what certain wheel spacers looked like on the car. And it's unfortunate that really the only way to test it is by buying lots of different sizes. So I'll be surprised if these 15s do exactly what I want them to do. You know, it might be a case that I need to get slightly different on the back or the front. Not quite sure. So anyway, we're going to test 15 all round. So I got these from Hill Engineering here in the UK. They came highly recommended again on forums. Really well made. Really good customer service, actually. I had a couple of questions for them. So I lowered the car on a Sunday. I emailed them on the Monday to ask them a few questions about wheel bolt sizes and things like that. They got back to me within an hour. I ordered on Monday. It's now Tuesday. So really, really good. They give you a little disclaimer about wheel spacers. I'll just leave that there in case you want to pause it and read it. Essentially, it's just one of those things that says you're running wheel spacers. You're essentially changing the setup of the car. Variations can occur in handling and geometry, etc. And then they talk about their two different types of spacers, type 1 and type 2. I've got type 1. Type 1 is a spacer that does not fit to the hub. You just use their provided longer wheel bolts. Type 2 are the ones, generally if you're running very big ones, I think it's 25mm and over, where they actually bolt to the hub. Also on here they mentioned something about running some copper grease, and thankfully I've actually got some copper grease, otherwise I would have had to get some, and that's just to stop it from that from seizing on the back of the hub. So I've got everything here that I need to get going with it. I'm not going to sort of document me installing it, because really there's not much to document other than taking the wheel off, putting the spacer on and putting it on. I might update you when the spacer's attached to the hub or sitting on it. But more so I just want to show you what the wheels look like before and after. So if we go and give you this view, so there's the back wheel. And here's the front wheel. That's the worst, seems to be the worst offender. I've noticed on the FF that the very top of the wheel arch on this car does actually pop out quite a bit, more than it does on other cars. Front again. And there's the rear. And then we'll go overall. So that's the spacer installed now, with the copper grease both on the reverse side of the spacer, and it was asked to put in the actual around the center bore locator as well. and then there's just a little bit of play to line everything up, and the standard bolt, and this one here, you don't need to remove them off the hub, they just fit through those holes. Okay, let's pop the wheel on. So here's the difference between the length of the wheel bolts as well. So standard at the bottom and the new ones at the top. So these are apparently, according to what it says on the bag, a 67mm. So that's obviously measured from just before it tapers up into the head of the bolt. When you order the wheels with the wheel spacers, Hill Engineering will ask you if you're running the standard wheels or aftermarket wheels. If you're running standard wheels, they will know what size bolts to give you based on the spacers that you've purchased. Otherwise, if you're running aftermarket wheels and they've got perhaps a different offset, or they're just a different thickness of wheel, and you're running slightly different bolt sizes, they'll ask you to measure your current bolt sizes so that they can give you the appropriately sized bolt. Okay, so there's the finished result. Just thought I'd bring it out in the sun this time. Now, especially that front wheel, look at that. It's not hidden inside the wheel arch anymore. There's the back one. As you can see, they definitely don't stick out. They don't even sit flush, really. They're just a little bit in. There we have it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.